Hi there, and welcome to the Cotswold Explorer. I'm Robin Shuckburgh, and we are exploring the beautiful region of the Cotswolds in southwest England, following in the trail of Herbert Evans, who cycled around this region and wrote about his experiences in this wonderful book, The Highways and Byways in Oxford and the Cotswolds, published in 1905, 114 years ago. We left you last week after the Battle of Edge Hill, and now we're heading due south along the top of the ridge of the Cotswold towards the village of Brailes, and then on to visit the Cotswolds Distillery in Stourton. Brailes sits at the base of the escarpment and has a church visible from miles around that promises to be fascinating. Ross and I stopped off at the village pub called the George opposite the church, where we sampled a delicious pint and a sandwich, and then we crossed the road into the churchyard. Evans writes of this lovely church in Brailes. The church stands in the highest part of the village, not far from the inn, which he was recommending, which was the George, just across the road here. Nothing can be finer than the exterior, the lofty tower, 120 feet high, and wide in proportion, the long clerestory rising above the aisles, the open foliated parapet on the south side with a cornice elaborately carved with grotesques beneath, and the rich orange tints of the stone command our wonder and admiration. Enter the church, and alas, the scene is changed. The expectations raised by such an outside are doomed to disappointment. The plaster has been ruthlessly scraped from the walls. Almost every trace of the sanctifying hand of time has been removed, and the whole has a strange, cold look, from the contrast with the exterior all the more repellent. He really was cross. Mind you, I think it's beautiful. Let's see what you think. Just a couple of miles from Brailes, on the edge of the little village of Stourton, is an old friend of the Cotswold Explorer, the Cotswolds Distillery. Set up around 5 years ago by Daniel Zor, who we interviewed at the Junipalooza Gin Festival in London a couple of years back. This is one of the district's great business success stories. Originally set up as a whiskey distillery, Daniel decided to make a gin to give himself some cash flow for the first few years, and now he makes one of the most successful local gins in the country, along with his extremely fine whiskies. Recently, he's upgraded his visitor centre, and now you can eat and drink here, as well as filling your own bottle with whiskey straight from the cask. The guided tours of the distillery are regular, fascinating, and extremely tasty, but make sure you book in advance. It's become something of a major local attraction. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and next week we'll be in Shipston-on-Stour, just a mile from here, and then on to the Rollright Stones to experience some truly ancient history.